live Lunch and Learn series. This is a brand new initiative from Otrain. We're coming to you every 14 days at 1 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon. Hopefully everyone's got a sandwich and a cup of coffee or a glass of water. I'm really passionate about learning, and I'm passionate about sharing what I know and what I've learnt with other people. With clients all over Australia, it's obviously quite difficult for us to get everybody in a room for a traditional lunch and learn. So we've adopted this method to try and get out there to everybody, and we've got people joining us from all over Australia today. So great, guys, glad to have you here. It makes sense. What you may or may not be aware is up to 40% of the cost of training is spent in travel alone. So whether that's you travelling off to somebody or somebody coming to see you, 40 cents in the dollar just goes in the travel costs. So it really does make sense to be using electronic media and online media as we are today. And that's why more and more companies are taking their training online. And a little plug for Otrain, we put training online. Learning is really important to me. As I mentioned, I've got a passion for learning, and I like the quote that says it's what you learn after you know it all that really counts. You know, at school I didn't like learning much, but now I'm kind of into it. There's another Chinese proverb that says learning's like rowing upstream. To not advance is to drop back. And you may or may not be aware that 50% of your skills will be outdated within 3 years. So with technology going the way it is and things like Google Plus, which is what we're going to talk about today, being available, it really is important to do that, and we're hoping to be able to bring some of those learnings to you through these sessions. So our live lunch and learns, we've got 3 rules. The first rule is our live lunch and learns are always going to be live. They need to be live because we want you involved. We want you to interact. If you've got some questions to the speakers, if you've got a comment, if you've got an experience to share, please feel free to either use your chat window or just to sing out. We will start every week or every fortnight when we do these things. We'll start at 1 p.m. sharp, and we'll be out by 1. The things that are going on in life and work. She does sales training as well as Google training. She's our local Google Plus expert. She's a Emma. Hello.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Shane. You mentioned before what's your favourite thing on Google Hangouts, and I thought I'd show everyone what your favourite thing is. You keep talking to me about these virtual pirate hats. It's just a gimmicky thing, but I'll get rid of that now. Just a little play thing to introduce everyone to Google Hangouts. So thanks for having me, Shane.
Great. Thanks for coming, Emma. So, Emma, what's Google Plus? Why do we need to be a part of it? Why are you so excited about it?
I'm excited because I run my entire business on Google Plus, which makes me kind of passionate about it. So we run a sales training business called YOSM, where we deliver all of our sales training via this exact platform, which is Google Hangouts. So we can have 9 people in here, plus the trainer. It's very interactive. You can't hide very easily in here, as I'm sure you've noticed, and the quality is really good and it's really reliable. So as my friend who I believe is watching, who is Bill Doyle, said to me yesterday, it's high tech, high touch. So it is high tech. You mentioned before about the travel costs of training is extraordinary. This wipes out the travel costs, which I'm sure you'd agree is huge.
Great. Hi, Bill. Great to have you with us. So Google Plus has a whole raft of features, and Hangouts is one of them. But what are some of the other features of Google Plus?
Oh, there's so many to go over. One of the best things is, and I know that quite a few of our clients are moving all of their technology onto the Google business apps, is everything is in one space. So there's Google Drive, so you no longer need Dropbox. YouTube's connected. You've got the networking platform of Google Plus itself, which I'll go into more detail in a second. There's you've got Gmail here, you've got Calendar. It all links in and syncs with one, and it's so cost effective. Business apps is $5 per user per month. It's just ridiculous.
Okay, so I'm going to start with cost effective because you mentioned that last there. What's the cost of Google Plus?
The cost is free for any just regular user.
My favourite number. Absolutely my favourite number. Love free.
If you want to go take a step up and use the business apps, which gives you more storage, a few more functionality features, but that will develop more and more in the future, it's a total of $5 per user per month, which is just ridiculously expensive.
You mean cheap? $5 per user per month?
Yeah, I'm sure even you could part with that, Shane.
Yeah, thanks, Emma. So, when Google released Google Plus, I thought it was just Google's version of Facebook that nobody got involved with, that kind of was just falling by the wayside. Is that, obviously you're engaged, but how does it compare to Facebook? And let's talk about that social networking function side of things.
The thing with Google, or as humans, we need to put things into certain boxes to make sense in our head and know our place in the world. So that works with the social media platforms as well. So you've got Facebook, which is great for connecting with friends and people from your past, and anyone that you tend to make new connections with on Facebook tends to be linked through someone else anyway. So it's very much a connections-orientated platform. LinkedIn is a great business prospecting tool, and I know you've got someone speaking on LinkedIn in the future, so I'll leave them to that. And then you've got Twitter, which is about standing at the front of the room, shouting out your message and collecting followers. And then where on earth does Google Plus fit in? Google Plus takes it from social media, so it's just text and photograph based, to what I call human media. So it's about having a platform to link easily on formats like this, which is Google Hangouts, right? So it's about making new friends in areas of interest globally. And the way you develop those friendships is by sharing great content about your areas of interest, but then taking a step further and connecting with people with these video calls.
So how do we, you mentioned taking it further, but in business, most of us are flat out doing our job without keeping up with our Facebook status, and, I'm still trying to update my MySpace page. But, where's the benefit to us in business? How do we, other than a video call, we can do this call on Skype, but how do we, what's the benefit of being involved in the Google Plus process rather than some of the others?
I don't think see, that's the thing. It's not an either-or thing, Shane. It's a pick your strategy, develop your strategy, and work out how it all fits together. If you're in B2C, then perhaps, and you've got a certain amount of time to invest, perhaps go to Pinterest, Twitter, and Facebook rather than LinkedIn, Facebook, and Google+. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's about picking your strategy. But your question was about why be on Google+. It's Google. You kind of have to be.
Okay.
I had this discussion with a couple of high-profile Google people last week where they're getting a bit frustrated because, sure, it's great to be on Google, but they're almost forcing your hand now to be on here and be using their tools. It's just an added benefit that their tools are so fantastic.
Okay. Great. So
have I told you?
I'm on Google Plus now. So we've spoken a little bit about the networking side of things. You mentioned the Drive side of the things, which is kind of like a Dropbox or a document sharing. We actually use Drive, and we use some of the Google apps for the word processing and their spreadsheet for collaboration amongst our team. Do you have any examples, I guess, where you've seen other organisations using that, or something that they're doing a little bit unique or a little bit, forward-thinking or out there on any of those applications?
I could more talk about how we use it in that sense, in uniqueness, if you like, in the fact that
Yep.
part of our sales training is our first session's about scorecard. So we create a scorecard with all the students or for the company, upload it to Google Drive. Because they're coming on here each week to do a hangout with the trainer anyway, then they go and update their numbers in that Google Drive folder. The other people in their course can see their numbers, and the trainer can see their numbers as well. So it's just an easy platform to share that sort of data and collaborate on things together.
Okay, so it's live data. So users who are, obviously grouped together. It's not open to the public, but users who